Welcome to Biomass Magazine's top headlines from the past week. I'm your host, Jacob Noderman. Before we get started, we'd like to thank today's sponsor, the International Biomass Conference and Expo, taking place April 16th through 18th in Atlanta, Georgia. Now in its 11th year, the dynamic event unites industry professionals from all sectors of the world's interconnected biomass utilization industries, including bio-based power, thermal energy, fuels, pellets, and chemicals. Learn more at biomassconference.com. President Trump hosted two White House meetings on the RFS and Rin prices last week. The first, held on February 27th, included Senators Chuck Grassley, Joni Ernst, Ted Cruz, and Pat Toomey. EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt and Agricultural Secretary Sonny Perdue were also in attendance. Cruz and Toomey claim the RFS and high Rin prices are harming the oil refining industry and are seeking a policy change that would provide a price cap or waiver for RINs. Grassley and Ernst argue that studies have shown refiners are not hurt by RIN prices. They have also stressed that the best way to lower the price of RINs while maintaining the integrity of the RFS is to issue an RVP waiver that would allow E15 to be sold year-round. Trump hosted a second meeting on March 1st that included a wide variety of stakeholders representing both biofuels and refining sectors. Grassley said that no deal was reached at either meeting. On February 27th, Lignetics announced it has completed the acquisition of New England Wood Pellet LLC from Rentech. The acquisition includes manufacturing plants in Joffrey, New Hampshire, Schuyler, New York, Deposit, New York, and Youngsville, Pennsylvania. The transaction boosts Lignetics' wood pellet production capacity to approximately 1 million tons per year, making the company the largest residential wood pellet manufacturing company in the U.S. Lignetics now has 13 plant locations, including facilities located in Maine, Oregon, Idaho, West Virginia, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, New York, and Pennsylvania. Drax Group plc released 2017 financial results in late February. The company reported increased earnings and highlighted plans for increased pellet and bioenergy production during its investor presentation. Will Gardner, chief executive of Drax, called 2017 a transformational year for Drax Biomass, which he said increased its pellet production by 35%, reaching 800,000 metric tons. The Amite and Morehouse pellet plants began consistently producing at nameplate capacity during the fourth quarter. Both facilities also recently completed dry shavings expansion projects that increased capacity by 75,000 tons at each plant. In addition, Drax Biomass successfully purchased and recommissioned LaSalle Bioenergy last year. The facility is currently ramping up production. In the future, Gardner said Drax Biomass plans to continue to develop projects to expand capacity at its existing sites and will look opportunistically at acquisitions. At Drax Power Station in the UK, plans are underway to convert a fourth unit to biomass later this year. The conversion project is expected to utilize older biomass infrastructure at the power station that was built in 2010. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more of the biomass industry's top stories.